And we're live. What's up, guys? All right, I got Blake Bastani, Leandre here. What's going on? So I did put out the emails, and I got a few people interested in doing the PE classes. A lot of your classes, though, for school, are going from 8 in the morning to about like 3, basically, with like 45-minute lunch times. So you guys aren't able to do my thing, but know that my isolation workouts will still be there. And I was thinking of starting up a an extra one, I guess. But instead of doing the isolation workout for everybody online, I would do the isolation workout from a gym with like 4 or 5 or 6 kids invited. And then everyone else would see the drills online while these kids get to do it in person. And we do that for the kids that just need to see each other in person. But I would have to get enough kids interested. So if you guys happen to know, if you're interested or not, just let me know. And it would only be kids that were taking the pandemic super seriously and everything else like that. But anyways, let me know if you can hear me, see me. Hi, you guys. And then I will begin whenever. I'm not sure how many that we have here. I think that we only have 2, but it says 0. But I see 2 people in the comment section. So I will proceed with just 2. Just let me know. Anyways, let's go with our rosters. All right. I see you and hear you. Okay, thank you, sir. All right. So our rosters for the year, we have Ian leading the way for the attendance with 144. And then we have Ben Kaufman right behind him with 143 and a half. Leandre is right behind them with 136. Then it falls off to Armand and Gavin, 112 and 109. Then we go down to Blake Bastani, and he's at 102.5. And everyone else is below 100. So you guys are still going strong. The ones below are Troy, Gabby, Cameron, Ren, Andre, Ben, Rye, Elliot, and Edward. Again, great job for anyone being able to go through all of this. I mean, that's a lot. Again, you guys are going through a pretty big deal, and this is a hard thing to handle. But some people can handle it better than other people. So I really applaud those of you guys who are able to handle it. Great job. Anyways, I'm not sure if we're going to get any more people. So I guess I'll just start. What do you want to talk about? If it's just you, Leandre, what should we talk about? Or is it Blake too? We can talk about anything that you want to talk about. I don't care. We could talk about the homework. So I guess the homework was a little too hard for Leandre. He used to post homework, but now he doesn't. Yep. So Leandre, can you still post homework on YouTube? So what you want to do is from the book that we gave you and from the drills that I talk about, you try those drills online. All right, you show those drills and show that you can do them. You can do them for like 5 minutes, for 2 minutes. All right, let's see if you can keep doing it, because right now the only ones who have been getting homework points have been Blake, Gavin, and Armand. Those 3 have been getting homework points. Ben Kaufman said he can't do it anymore, but he'll restart. Ian has stopped, and Leandre has stopped. And I think we've had a couple of posts by Momo here and there. Who else is there? Cameron stopped. So again, it's a long time. It's a long time that we've been doing this, and I'm sure that it can be getting pretty much on your nerves, but keep going. All right. Again, to become a great athlete, you have to work for 10,000 hours, or to become great at anything. And 10,000 hours, if you work 3 hours a day, that's 14 years. So you guys have done it for, if you've been working 3 hours a day, which I don't think most of you guys have, but maybe you guys have. If you've been working 3 hours a day, you've been doing it for 4 months. 14 years, 4 months, those are big differences. And if you can't keep it going, then maybe the greatness wasn't in store for you regarding this one thing. So see if you guys can be great and see if you can do it. I was talking to Leandre's dad, actually, and he said something that reminded me of another story. The Trailblazers won. Nice. All right. The story is this. Leandre's dad said, I was like, well, like at some point it's going to be really hard for Leandre because he's small. And his dad goes, I'm not making him do this. He's making me do this. And that reminded me of the kid who's a genius. And this most recent genius kid, he went to college when he was 12 years old. But his parents said when he was 3 or 2, he was reading. When he was 3, he was doing like math. When he was like 5, he was doing like physics and doing really, really hard stuff. And then everyone's like, well, maybe you're pushing your kid too much. And they said, are you kidding me? We're trying to get this kid to go play sports. We're trying to get him to play games and have fun. But he keeps but when he was younger, he would just cry whenever he got a toy. And he would just start begging for physics books. So they said, we aren't pushing him, he's pushing us. All right. So you want to make sure that your parents aren't the ones pushing you. You want to be the ones pushing them. And for Leandre's dad, he said that Leandre is actually pushing him. So I don't know if we have any other players like that in our program, but that would be cool if we could develop those kind of players. All right. The quote of the day is, big heads weigh your life down. All right. A big head in this regard is being cocky about stuff. All right. You don't want to have a big head, but you do want to be confident. All right. Big heads weigh your life down. All right. What's up, Cameron? How you doing, man? All right. So you don't want to have a big head, but you do want to be confident. That's a tough thing to weigh. All right. You have to figure that out for yourself. All right? And basically, the difference is if you're a confident human being, then you can use that to propel yourself positively. But if you're a conceited human being or have too big a head, then it has negative effects in your life and you think too highly of yourself. So there's a small balance there that you have to take care of. And if you don't take care of that, it could hurt your team in many ways. People will hate you. It can hurt yourself because you may not try as hard. And basically, it's just a bad toxic environment that you're creating. So don't have a big head, but make sure that you are still confident. Right, elementary drills. We have bank shots, 0, 1, 2, 4 touch middle, split to drive, heads, tails, chair dips, and knee jumps. My favorite one of those is knee jumps. I think every kid should be doing them. And Ian and I just showed our knee jumps in slow motion. I don't know if I can pull it up or if you guys can't even see it, but I will try. Again, I don't have the fancy camera here, so I'll have to just show you. All right, let's see this real quick. All right, so that's me, and I'm going to compare it to Ian. This is most of you guys. All right, so here's Ian on top, and me on the bottom. Ian and me. All right. If I press this button, this will go in slow motion, and it'll show you both of them. So if you watch mine on the bottom, I'm going to jump and leave both my knees at the same time whenever it decides to do it. If you watch Ian's on top, he leaves one leg on the ground and then the other leg. So I'm jumping first. Both my knees leave at the same time and I land. If you watch Ian's, he'll try to jump, not thrusting up his arms too much, and then one leg stays down and then he pulls the other one up. All right. So you want to make sure that you leave off of 2 legs at the same time. If you notice below us, we have the pillows, just some soft pillows that we can put on the ground outside without our parents getting mad. So that if you land wrong, then you're still okay. So this might make it easier for those of you guys who aren't very good at that. John, it doesn't make sense to me to be on a basketball team and have some to push you every time you go to someone to push you every time you go. It doesn't make sense to be on a basketball team and have someone to push you every time you go. Yes, exactly. I understand what you mean. Yeah, if someone needs to push you every single time, it's not great, which is why I back off a lot. I know that a lot of parents want me to carry you, but I just don't think that's good for you, because then again, once you lose me, it's a bad thing. All right, so I will catch myself maybe rebounding for a kid, and I'll stop. I don't even want to rebound for you guys. I want everything that we do. I'm basically a bad salesman. I'm supposed to sell you on the fact that you need to pay me money. But the entire time, what I'm doing is I want you to realize that you can do everything without me. All right. So it's me pushing you away from my program, which is a very, very weird and backwards thing. All right. It's me pushing you to make you understand that you can do everything on your own. I mean, if a car salesman did this, it would be like a car salesman teaching you how to build a car. Then you wouldn't need him anymore. All right. So, I mean, maybe I'm more like a dentist, where if you do everything that I say, you won't ever need to come back to the dentist. So I'm doing myself a disservice. All right. So call me Dentist John or something like that. All right. Because again, my goal is to get you to not need me. And the only thing that you maybe need me for is to open up a gym. But right now, we don't even have that. All right. So if you need someone to push you, know that you are currently lacking. But everyone needs someone's help at some point in time. So if you need me to give you a pushing start, possibly, then you can use that pushing start to move to the next level. All right. So, and I liken that to study hall. Who's ever had study hall before? Study hall it's a class during school where all you have to do, you're given time to study for other classes. And study hall for basketball players in college, they were mandatory. And they gave us a study hall with a teacher there, and they gave us computers and all this extra help. And I likened it to this. I said, some athletes in college use study hall as a crutch. And they say, oh, I have someone helping me out and telling me what to do. Okay, cool. I'll let them do it for me. And then they get like C's in class, whatever. But then other students use it as a crutch, but then they take the crutch and pick it up and they swing at everyone else ahead of them, and they use the crutch to get ahead. And that's how you use crutches. You say, okay, yeah. I have John here helping me, but I'm not going to force him to inspire me every single second. I'm going to push him even harder to get all the knowledge out of his head so that I can know it all. So instead of using me to lean on, saying, can you please push me harder? Please push me harder. Like, please rank us. Please do this. No, that takes away too much of my energy in a very, very neutral way. You want to use my energy to push yourself further. So say, oh, I got this. I just need you to tell me what else to do. What else can I do? What else can I do? So then you need to push me. And so when like Cameron, Blake, you guys send me text messages. Instead of sending me text messages saying, hey, can you, which no one does, hey, can you pick me up and carry me to practice? Because I don't feel like walking there. Instead of saying that, you say, hey, I'm at practice already. Where are you? I need you to show me some more drills. I've already done today's drills. I need to see more drills. So that's where you can use me. So don't use me as a crutch. Use me as a weapon. Use the crutch as a weapon to get even further ahead. All right. Elementary drills again, besides knee jumps. 0, 1, 2, 4 touch. I like this one because it's gambling, and it teaches me about all the players. All right. It shows me how much of a gambler you are and how great a shooter you are too, because you're supposed to touch half court and come down and shoot a jump shot from the elbow. And if you make the jump shot, you get 2 points. If you miss it, you get 1. So you can just miss the entire time and still have a chance to win the game, because the game is still like 50, let's say. But if you shoot a 3-pointer and make it, it counts as 4. However, if you miss it, it counts as 0. So a lot of players like to just shoot the first 3 shots from 3-point line and miss them all, while another smarter player misses all of their 2-pointers, and then they're now winning 3-0. So you can gamble some of the time, but only if you're a good shooter. So you have to know yourself. All right, you have to know whether you can do this or not. So you have to know when to gamble. Maybe you have a hot hand, maybe you don't. All right, so it teaches you a little bit about yourself. Teaches about the perils of gambling too much, because you shouldn't be just chucking threes the entire time. It also gives them every single shot a clutch-like feeling. All right, is that drill? I shoot about 85% threes. Yes, So if you're the person to shoot 85% threes and you always lose at this drill, never go to Vegas. All right. Don't go to Las Vegas. Just don't. All right. You won twice? All right. All right. Sure. We'll give it to you, Blake. I have to see it to believe it, man. You can say anything that you want in the chat room. All right. Next one is middle school. For middle school, we have numbered scissor shots, pick and roll slip, 2 ball dribbles, under the chair dribbles, curl jumper series, and one-on-one high post flash. The one that I like numbered scissor shots. I've watched you guys do scissor dribbles, and you guys aren't amazing at it. Some kids are okay at it. Like Blake's pretty good at it, but he doesn't go fast enough, but he's still good at it. You have to have strong legs to be able to jump and do a scissors over and over and over again, but you also have to have good dribbling skills as well. For Leandre, he can't quite do it, but I've seen players who are 5 years old do this. And Leandre's about, 8, 7 years old, something like that. I don't know how old he is, but he's not 5. So I know it's possible. And it's all about your strength in legs and your dribbling skill, throwing the ball accurately. So it's something that everyone can get great at. The smaller that you are, the harder it is to get through your legs, but still, there's something to get great at. And I know that Ian struggles because his legs aren't strong enough. Almost 9. All right, yeah. So you should be doing that drill perfectly. And I like I think Leandre got 51 yesterday in 1 minute. All right, that's decent. I think you should be getting more than 60 no matter what. And the record was 105. 105. I don't know who got that record. Who got 105 yesterday? Was it Gavin? Someone chimed in, but I couldn't tell their voice. Anyways, that drill is fun. But for this drill, for scissor number shots, you must be doing the scissor dribbles while looking up and being observant, because I'm calling out numbers. Okay, Gavin got it, gotcha. And I'm calling out numbers. And when I call your number, like let's say 3, then you shoot on that number. Boom, shoot on that one. All right. So you have to look at my hands the entire time, while you can also refocus on the rim and shoot a quick shots. I guess he said it was Gavin. Gavin, yes. All right. So I like the number scissor shots because it makes you ball handle while keeping your head up, but also includes shooting. So when you can include more than one facet in a drill, those are the drills that I like a lot. Let's see. Let's go with the under the chair dribbles. I'll go with 2 ball dribbles. 2 ball dribbles. So we stopped doing 2 ball dribbles for our isolation workout. Let's make sure that you guys are still doing those on your own time. All right. We have a great 2 ball set that, again, you should be waking up to the morning with. Again, I don't know. I'm pretty good at influencing kids, but I don't know that one. All right. If I could have you guys do anything at all, I mean, besides like the Chastain challenge, besides like coming to workouts, just any one thing, the first thing I would do, you are doing that? Nice. The first thing I would do is make you guys wake up in the morning, get a basketball or 2, and do the 2 ball dribbling. And you do the 2 ball dribbling with the video that I created online that goes for 2 minutes. It's just 2 minutes, 15 seconds each, 8 drills for 2 minutes, and even has like music to it. And you do that every single day of your entire life. Right when you wake up, 2 minutes of the entire day for basketball. And in a day where you have 60 minutes times 240 minutes, how many is that? 120, 144, 1,440 minutes. You have 1,440 minutes in a day. I'm asking for 2 of them for basketball. And then after that, do whatever you want. All right. So I really recommend, because you need ball handling skill to be able to go to any level, to be able to be an instigator on the court, to be able to be a profound player on the court, to be able to be a player of worth, to be able to be a superstar. There you go. I try to use the most simplest words. All right, bye in sync. All right, so understand that doing the dribbling every single day, especially 2 ball dribbling, will make you in sync and make you a better player. For high school, we got hold follow through or push-ups. All right, holding your follow through or push-ups is a great drill. I'll talk about that one in a second. 1 minute shots, 8 to 14 a run. diagonal pro hop, direct Euro step, drive to shot, hurdle reverse layup. All right. And for all of those, I like hold your follow through or push ups. All right. When you shoot the ball, you must hold your follow through up high with your tippy toes up high. So all four limbs are extended. Your legs, your leg, your arm, until the ball hits the rim. And we overdo this because the ball should be going up, and as it starts going back down, that's when you really should release your follow through. But for this one, we hold it even more until the ball hits the rim. All right. So what we want is to create a habit where you hold your follow through up by extending the habit even further. All right. And for this drill, if you don't do that, you must consciously be aware of it and drop down and do one push up, just one, to show me that you saw it. And if you don't do that one push up and you shoot again, I call you over to make you do a sprint. The next person that messes up, I make them do 2 sprints, then 3, then 4, then 5, then etc. So it makes you really be aware of what you're doing and if you're doing it right. Because when you guys shoot normally, I think that you guys aren't even thinking about your body. All right. When you guys shoot normally, you guys might shoot this shot and you're not even thinking about it. And I know Leandre's gone now, but when Leandre went yesterday, he was twisting his body. I've noticed it for a while, but normally I say nothing to small kids about their shot because I don't want to make them not like shooting. But I told him, I said, hey, if you want to, keep your body straight so that you're not twisting it. I said, but heck, you're a little kid. You can do whatever you want. You can kick the ball up there. I don't care. The entire workout, he stayed straight the entire time. He changed like that. And it's because he has a strong mind. All right. For you guys, when I point out something like whether you're not going fast enough, whether you're stepping incorrectly or whatever it may be, a lot of you guys don't react right. You guys will change maybe that once, but then later on you'll be doing the same exact thing, or you'll make the mistake, and I'll ask you, "Did you do it right?" And you'll just guess. You go, "Yes," "No," I have no idea. All right, so you just have to be more aware of what your entire body's doing. And I know for me, when I shoot a basketball, after I shoot it and I miss it, I go, "Where was the ball in my hand?" And I can feel the ball still, and I'm like, "It feels like it wasn't on my pinky." I don't feel the remnants of the ball. Because if you slap your hand, you can feel where you were slapped, right? You can like point to it because your hand's still tingling. The ball's kind of like that. So I know if my pinky wasn't on the ball enough, I can remember where my leg was or how my hand was. And I can like even watch it afterwards and go, where's my hand now when I hold it? So we want you guys to be a lot more aware of your shot. And this drill helps with that. All right, normal ball. Thank you for the drills, Blake. I really appreciate that. All right. Let me see. Oh, there's the direct Euro step. For this one, it's going to be a fun one today. James Harden did one of his travels yesterday, but they broke it down to us why it wasn't a travel. And I have to admit, it may not be a travel. All right. He took the dribble and the step at the same time. And he picks the ball up. And that's where he loses me. Because I think right when you touch the ball, your foot needs to be down. But what he did is he touched the ball and his foot wasn't down, and then he grabbed it when his foot was down. So that might just be a different rule set for the NBA, whether you touching the ball is the indicator of you gathering it or whether you grabbing it is the indicator of you grabbing it. But I know that I can hold a ball for a long time like this, and I basically have control of it. So yeah, that's some wishy-washy stuff. But what he did afterwards was cool. He caught the ball again with the one step, and then you're allowed 2 more steps, right? And he took 1 step afterwards, and then he fakes the ball up like he's going to shoot it, but then takes the second step and then shoots it the other way. So he did his Euro step, but on the, you get 1, 2, 3 steps to shoot, right? On the second step, he pretended to shoot the layup. Normally, like they said, and people really notice this, when you come in for a layup and you use it to fake the pass and then shoot it, everyone understands that that's not a travel. But instead of using it to fake the pass, he used it to fake the shot. And he just walked around the defender, and it was crazy. If you want to look up that drill, you can look it up online. Just type in, I don't know, Harden scrimmage travel. That might be good enough. Harden scrimmage travel. And he did it maybe 2 days ago in the bubble. And I thought it was pretty interesting how he did that. But again, it's the same thing as our Euro step or any kind of layup. But after the steps, you have to fake the layup. So it was kind of neat. Anyways, our story of the day is about Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson was a guitarist slash singer who was laughed off stage for being so bad. All right, and I definitely know this story. I can just tell it by heart. So, Robert Johnson was this black blues singer, and he wanted to be good, but he went to the place and he played the guitar and sang, and they laughed at him. They laughed him off stage. He sucked, and he was never seen from or heard of again for a year. And he comes back a year later to the same place, and he played for them again. And he sounded so amazing. They said, to this day, people say this, they said the way that he played that guitar was better than anyone who's ever played a guitar before. So he went from sucking and being laughed at to 1 year later being the greatest guitar player to ever live. And the reasoning for that came up in songs. You might hear about it in movies. It was the reasoning for it was he sold his soul to the devil for the ability to play the guitar. And people believed it. I know, obviously, all he did was go home and just work like a crazy dog for a year, obviously. All right. He didn't sell his soul to the devil, I don't think. But the fact that people believed it shows you how hard he worked. Because to get better that much faster, they were like, no, it must be the devil. There's no other way that you can get that much better that fast in life. So that's how hard I want you guys to work. And, and that was a year, not 4 months like we've been in isolation. For a whole year, he did that. He worked his butt off. And now people take this story about him where he sold his soul to the devil as like maybe truth. We don't know. And that story happened in 1920 or something like that. It's been 100 years. And they say no one's been better than him. To play a guitar that well after being laughed at and mocked shows the determination of someone. And I said the quote again yesterday, but I'll say it again today because I really like it a lot. I wish I included this in my book. But when they buried us, they didn't realize we were seeds. All right. And the world may try to bury you. They might try to count you out. They may say that you're too short, too slow, too ugly, too whatever, too bad. And they're going to bury you. But the one thing that you don't do to seeds, if you want to keep seeds down, is bury them. And you darn sure don't want to drown them. All right. And if you add some scorching sun to them, oh no, that's a bad combination, right? So in your life, you want to be a seed. All right. You want to say, hey, the last thing you want to do is to put me down because I will work so much harder. I know how many parents have called me saying, John, you're too mean. Or John, something you said made our son not try hard. Are you kidding me? You know how hard it is to inspire kids? I sit here and I inspire you guys to do so many great things, right? So obviously someone's listening. And I say the same words to basically everyone. So if your kid's the one not being inspired by that, I don't know what to say. But even if I were the cruelest person alive, are the words that I'm saying so bad and so detrimental to your kid that it's going to bury him alive or bury her alive? All right. And if I did bury them, why isn't your kid a seed? Why aren't you a seed? All right. You should hope I bury you. And again, I said it again yesterday. If you're working 2 hours a day and I tell you that you can't make the NBA, you should be like, oops, you messed up. Now I'm going to work 4 hours a day and be mad like that. And then all of a sudden you do make the NBA and then you have me to thank. All right. So make sure that in life, guys, no one buries you. All right. But if they do bury you, Realize that you're a seed and that you can grow to extraordinary lengths. Anyways, I'll see you guys in 30 minutes for the isolation workout. All right, I'll see you soon. Peace.